Well, it's NEUK Chilli-heads. It says so up there. I need to clean my camera on there because it's getting a little bit blurry. Lucifer's son. And what we're here for today is the Naga beans. Everybody knows Cem Dervish, or Cem Dervish, is the record holder right now for the Naga beans. And he likes a challenge, so he keeps bringing... I'm just going to pop that off. So he keeps bringing people in to push himself to get a better and better time. You couldn't have got a better two guys to help push than these two guys that's coming up. So we're going to bring those in first. It's Christopher Campbell and Mike Jacks. Now these are going to push him to his limits.
We're going to try. I've been smack talking pretty much all week with and just kind of letting them know that how I've been training. So I think we're going to push them. I'm excited.
I know you're going to. There's three highly competitive guys, yeah, going head to head. There's only one outcome here. It's going to be, this is going to be fast, and it's going to be blinking you miss it, because
in record time, I was saying earlier that we all in separate ways have our own world records.
Yes.
So, we're all highly competitive. Yeah.
Highly. Yeah. I think that was why he chose you two, because, well, you're the great guys, all from different things. Mike, how many? It was Ghost Peppers, wasn't it? Guinness World Records.
Yeah, I have three Guinness World Records, 3 Ghost Peppers. Yeah. So most in a minute is 97 grams, 246 grams in 2 minutes. Yeah. But peppers and beans are pretty different.
They are pretty different.
I know Cem is he's a bean machine.
Yeah.
So see how it goes.
Seen both of you do other challenges as well, so
yeah, we do the challenge as well. For me, speed-wise, the fastest thing I've done is drank an entire bottle of Windex in 12.36 seconds. So that's fast. So, but I don't advise that at home.
No, we don't advise that one. Well, anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in Cem himself to have a little chat with you, because he can explain, well, a lot more of it. What we will let everybody know, Mike is here for the entire fun of this. He already knew before he could even step in that he couldn't go on the new Naga Beans challenge because he's vegan and he couldn't have the sauce. He still stepped in there because, well, that's how he is. He's competitive and he's fun. So he's actually chose a hotter sauce than the Naga sauce. Yeah, it's not that he went down. That is hotter than the sauce that we use. Which sauce is it?
It's pretty famous. Canadian sauce. It's on the hot ones. It was the number 7 sauce last season. And on the front it says ultra hot. It's 10 for heat. So.
And I've had it, and it rocks you. And he says he's going to do half a bottle of it.
Yeah, he's going to do half a bottle. Sure.
He's crazy,
so
man.
There you go. That is Mike Jacks. And, well, it's why he's already won himself an Beanie Meanie. So that's going to be on his way to him, because he's stepping in to help push these other 2 guys to a faster time, and that's what it's all about. We want to see 2 guys smash a time. And he's going to make us do it. Who should we bring in now? That guy there.
Guys, I've got to say, it's an absolute pleasure to be sat in amongst the same kind of like screen as you two. You know, sat with guys who are Guinness World Record holders for completely different things. And you know, I've been watching you guys on YouTube and noticing the crazy things that you've been doing. And I've got a few questions. One for, well, both of you. I've got a question for you, Mike. how did you realize that you had a skill in that speed eating of peppers itself?
Sure, what was that?
How did you realize you had that skill of eating very, very quickly and eating those chilies like within that 2-minute period or 1-minute period? Can you hear me?
I never actually realized it. I just like I knew I had like a decent tolerance, and I just pushed my tolerance as far as it could go. And then I wasn't really speed eater. I had to like learn that part. I had to learn how to eat the peppers fast. So it took me a while to figure that out. It doesn't really come naturally, the speed. I did a lot of research and like looked up like a lot of different ways that people eat fast, and that's kind of how I did it. I just kind of trained it into me after. I wasn't really, a speed eater and then be like, oh, I'm gonna like try some peppers. It was kind of the other way around. It was peppers, and then it was the speed after.
Yeah, do you know, it's just impressive when I just see you, and you've got to have that tolerance of heat, and the high tolerance, and be able to get it down. That's 2 skills in. Now you got to have that skill. And I noticed that you both did the hot corn chips together, and that was an intense thing as well. Then corn chips aren't easy.
Yeah.
When I did that, they were dry, and the heat straight after just went rocketing. How were the corn chips for you two?
Well, for me, I was frustrated with it because I actually kicked them down super fast, and then I had this big ball at the end, like that I couldn't get down. So I had to. If I was to do it again, I just got 2 new boxes, so I want to do it again. But for me, it was really hard because I knew I had the speed in me to do it, and then I got caught up with not knowing how to do the challenge because I had in my head how to do it and watching other people, but then I had this big ball of goo that just wouldn't go down, which Mike also found out.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, for me, they're hot chips, but it wasn't like, for me, it wasn't like really too crazy. It was more just the dryness of them. Because it's way different than eating the peppers. Usually with the peppers, I just try to like slide down, just like get as much as I can in my mouth and do a hard swallow. But these ones, I tried doing that and they just like got locked in my throat. I had to get Jamie to save me.
Wow.
But then
I remember that one. It was a bit scary to watch.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Try being in the room with them. I was like, because I know how competitive Mike is, and I was like, do I jump in? Like, do I stop this? Because I know if it was me and Mike stopped me, I'd be like, and then Jamie, she pulled the plunge and started getting in the air. But I was like,
we were stuck there for a while, and I did try to keep going until like I got to the point where there was no air at all.
Yeah.
So then that's where I kind of tapped my shoulder, and Jamie jumped in there. Chris gave me a good pat on the back to get them out. But yeah, I tried the chip challenge again, and I succeeded. Yeah, I was just my goal was
got a good time as well.
Yeah, you did.
I still have I think I have 7 more boxes or 6 more boxes, something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna do that one some more and try to get a better time. So yeah, see how that goes. But yeah, how about you? How many repeat on those chips for you?
Oh, that one rocked me. So I had to do a show after that challenge. So I was literally trying to get ready to go on stage while the walls were talking. People were trying to talk to me before the show, and I'm like, whoa, guys, like I am messed up here. And then so I actually went home for half an hour, threw up, chugged milk, threw up again, and then went back and performed a 45-minute show on stage. So it was brutal.
When I first did that challenge, I had 8 hours of cramps, and I was just naive with it. I think my prep was wrong, and I think my after consumption of food was wrong as well. And I was just rolling around in bed, just like doing circles in bed continuously for 8 hours.
That's what I wanted to do, but I had to go perform on stage.
But you know what it highlights?
The second time, I didn't really I was like waiting for the heat to come because I saw how Christopher was and I saw how Jamie was too. And I was just like, man, this is gonna be really bad. And I was just like getting ready for it to come. And then it just didn't happen for me. I was like kind of okay after.
Didn't happen. I can't wait for it to get to that point for me. So I never. It's always the gut bomb and the cramps, and that's the negative part. But I really enjoy just challenges, just general challenges. Anyway, I do enjoy. I enjoy speeding through them. I love the Moab. You know, others don't, but I just enjoy just having that challenge of eating that big bar of chocolate. But yeah, speed eating is not easy.
No,
not easy at all.
Well,
there we go.
before we get started, guys, Fenyx Fyre, you have a YouTube of your own, don't you?
I do. I've got it's called the Stranger Danger Thrill Show. We touch your emotions inappropriately. I'm a sideshow escape artist, fire performer, and I do a lot of stuff that you really should not do at home. I also do a lot of, whenever I do my challenge, it's actually going to be the first challenge in a long time that I haven't done something else.
Something extra, right?
Something extra, and it's just straight up. This is where I'm gonna compete right now.
This is enough, yeah.
Yeah. So, I want to say for me, I respect you going against you, Sam, because I've watched every challenge you've done and you kill it, man.
Cheers, I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, you're the bean machine for sure, man.
Yeah, so I'm honored to have you ask us to challenge you because I think it's going to be fun. I'm just here for the fun, but I'm taking it serious.
Do you know what, Chris? When I saw you post the fact that you had the Naga, I thought, let me message him and see if he will be all right doing a joint challenge head to head. And then when you mentioned that Mike was going to be involved, I was like, this can't be real. So yeah, I'm stoked to be here today, to be honest with you. So this is more of an honor for me than what's happening today. So yeah, I appreciate it.
Luckily, I'm gonna start getting my beans ready while you guys talk.
Yeah. And Mike, you also have your own YouTube too.
I do, yeah. Got my channel, Mike Jack's Hot Reviews. Check it out. Got lots of challenges on there and hot sauce reviews and yeah.
And Lou, you'll see on Mike's channel, you'll see his Guinness Book Records attempts, all three of them. They're right at the very top for you just to go ahead and click in.
Where you focused on those ones, I was also going to point out that you will also see the one where he choked. And the reason I was going to point that one out is because it is serious that people realise that these challenges are difficult and things can go wrong. Right?
Yeah. It's good to
that's
do.
why it's good to have somebody with you when you do them.
I did on camera. I could take a check out of the Carolina Reapers on the hooks, hanging from my eyes. That was not a fun day.
That's on the channel too.
Some people don't take challenges so seriously, and then they do it on their own, and it's like, well, what if you choke? What if this happens? What if that happens? And you sat on your own, you know what I mean?
Lou, can you see my bowl?
I can.
Empty.
I can.
A little safer.
And before we get cracking, I've got to say, guys, Flavor Before Fire, Naga beans, go and check out Mark Elliott. This is a new batch. I believe he did this last week, and get involved. Yes, it's a speed eating contest, but getting involved is probably the primary thing. So here we go, guys. So Naga beans, Flavor Before Fire, Mark Elliott is the man.
We're just going to get Adele to come and join us now.
Yeah, I poured it in.
Oh, your bowls are kind of close. It's close. Crumbs overflowing here.
Big giant stopwatch is out.
always, I find it's intimidating when you've never tried a sauce before and you're doing these challenges. Like when you do the strip challenges and things like that, there's no real, like the first time you do it, you can try it with other sauces, but it can still be competitive when you're trying something new and that getting your head around it. I would find it very interesting. And I definitely am not on the scale of a pepper eating and things like that, most of the people in this room are. I would consider myself a middle of the road guy. So that makes a huge difference too.
I'd consider you quite high. Your tolerance is quite good.
Luke, I'm the same as Chris. I say that I'm kind of on the middle of the road because I look on either side, and then there's some great guys up at the top, and then you got these good up and coming people, and I'm like, I'm just going to be sat here comfortable.
Well, all I can say is the beans challenge, the Naga beans, was aimed at people with medium to high tolerancy. As for what Mike Jack's is doing there, that's a hotter sauce, so yeah, he's gone for a little bit hot. The Naga beans was aimed at people of medium to high heat.
And the sauce makes the challenge great. What does it smell like, Chris?
Better than Carolina Reapers, that's all I care. I've done so many challenges with Reapers, the smell of it turns my stomach now.
I'm hearing you. And this is so much nicer. And you know what? After this, Chris, after this, you can just walk away and feel all right with it because you don't get any. It's just a bit warm in the stomach. That's about it.
That's good. You guys see the bowls okay?
I was going to run a timer.
Say that again.
I want you to watch.
Yeah, we can see the bowl.
Jim's face. Look, my phone's locked out. Do up your phone.
Stretch. You want to pull a Henry.
Right.
Yeah.
Adele can't sit down because
you missed Chris doing his stretches.
Sorry, Adele can't sit down because her back's hurting a little bit, but she is watching the screen.
No worries.
So I'm going to watch Chris and Mike. Adele's going to watch your mouth.
Okay. All right, guys.
We'll go and see what we can get from there. Are you ready? Good luck, everybody. We'll give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go. Wow. Wow, Chris. Go, lads.
Uh,
30 seconds, Cam.
Done.
43. Brilliant.
You do it.
You got it.
Come on, Chris.
All right. Brilliant times. Chris, at the beginning of that, was going faster than all of you, and he was. If he kept at that pace, you didn't stand a chance.
Do you know what? I heard you say that, and I was like, so I started going a bit faster.
You needed to. At the pace Chris was going at the beginning of that, you two didn't stand a chance.
I'm gonna have to watch the rerun.
We'll have a rematch.
We will, yeah.
Definitely.
And
But Chris's problem there was, when you get to that point where you need to take a breath,
yeah,
That was what did him in.
Yeah.
When he comes back for that rematch, what's happened most times, they've half the time or knock a big chunk off, and he just did his first attempt in 1 minute 12.
Mm.
Yeah, that's going to be fast. He's just got to get that breathing right. And we all know that this guy eats unusual things, and he dabbles in a usual artistry of. So he's got this.
Indeed.
Mike Jack's very well done. That was an excellent time with an even hotter sauce to start with.
What was the time?
Ken, 30 seconds again on Heinz beans.
I can't break the 30 seconds on this. It's just hard.
If anybody could have got you to break that 30 seconds, it would have been these two. I think
Do you know
30
that?
seconds on Heinz beans is just where it ends.
I think it's just the maximum. Do you know this? And it's always at the end of the bowl. You always have about 3 beans left, and it's that last scoop that is always killing me, dude. I can't do it.
If you
I'll
could have
fight
done
it.
it, these two would have got you to do it.
I know.
30 seconds is the limit on the Heinz beans.
But Mike, when Mark does his sauce without the honey, therefore it'll be vegan, I'll get one sent over to you. Then we can have a good 3-way head-to-head, and it'll be under all the same rules. And then we can get you onto that league, and it'll be an honor to be doing this again.
All right, cool. Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, no worries.
Definitely got to get that vegan-friendly one done, because what was yours? 45 seconds?
Yeah.
43 seconds. 43 seconds on a first attempt.
That's impressive. That's what Kate did.
My heart rate while we were doing that popped over 130.
Over 130.
Yeah, it's crazy. It usually sits around 69.
Wow.
Wow.
But guys,
It's going to be a fun revisit on them beans, I
indeed.
think.
But I'm gonna have to plug another one. This is the Naga,
You clear?
the nuclear fusion. This is for the pizza challenge. Do you have this one,
I do.
Chris?
And I checked the results, so we can split a bottle.
Yeah.
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 This one is vegan friendly. I can't see anything that would interfere in your eating. So there we go. It would be great to do this with you guys, but there's the bottle, and it'll be an honor again. But yes, the Naga, loved it.
You
So much, guys, and I appreciate that.
it definitely was the breathing that got me there.
Definitely. I noticed it straight away. You were flying through it. You were fast right at the beginning. If you hadn't had to take that breathing spot, you'd taken that.
Can I ask?
It's gonna be pretty awesome because this guy can hold his breath for a long time under the water. So
In your beans, Chris,
timing.
did you have chunks of meat in there that you had to chew?
yeah,
Try to find yourself beans that do not have any kind of like meat or anything in there, just straight beans. You'll have a much better time, because then you won't be chewing. It will be literally just swallow, swallow, swallow.
Thanks for the tip.
No worries. No beans. But there we go, look.
What your biggest worry is how fast they did that with bits of pork in the beans.
I know. I'd end up chewing, and I'd be nowhere.
Yeah, well,
But there
we're
we
going to
go.
come back for a revisit and come
Indeed.
and fight. And we're going to.
Sausage, right?
We'll make sure somehow we get them the proper beans as well, just to push you faster.
Well, I definitely want a rematch for sure. I got half a bottle here.
Oh, cool.
And when you send Mike's down, let me know, and I'll buy another bottle, and you can send it together, and the shipping costs cut down on that.
yeah, sure.
Cool.
Good.
Yeah, we do
I've
that.
got-
We'll chat.
I've got to send Mike
A beanie.
toque anyway. So what we'll do is we'll work something out so that we can chuck it in with the same parcel.
Yeah, let's do that.
Totally rocking NEUK. NEUK. Be awesome.
NEUK. Anyway, I'm going to say
Okay.
congratulations, Kem. 30 seconds again.
Cheers. Appreciate it,
But I'm
guys.
going to boot you out the room and I'm going to go, Pew! And that was him gone. I'll say thank you very much to you guys. It was great to have you here. Always sat watching your YouTube channels, and well, some of his I tear my eyes away from because I'm squeamish.
I get that a lot. I love your show.
That's me. Peeping through the little bits and then I ignore the others. Thanks for being there. That was brilliant effort.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very, very much, Mike Jacks, to actually sit and do that with another sauce and just join in for the fun.
I've tried that sauce, man, and I don't know how he ate half a bottle of it. He's gonna. If it was me, I'd be on the floor right now.
Same will be okay.
Thanks for having us, and shout out to everybody in NEUKs.
Thanks for watching.
I really enjoy being part of the family and watching everybody do everything they do. It's so it's inspiring. Everybody inspires me here because I'm fairly new to the competitive chili stuff, so I've been training lots. But you guys, you know, like Stu and James and everybody, everybody does such amazing jobs. Yeah, and thanks to you for always hosting all these. It's great. Love it.
That's all new. Didn't used to do this.
Yeah, I'm doing more of this stuff. So yeah, thanks for having me. It's pretty fun.
Been brilliant having you guys. I'm going to throw you out again. I'm going to say good night to everybody else. So, it's them gone as well. That was Mike Jacks. Mike Jack. I keep saying Jacks because I know somebody actually called Mike Jacks, but it's spelled differently. But that was Mike Jack, and it was Christopher Campbell. Cem Dervish, head to head on the Naga beans. Bit of Beanie Meanie madness. NEUK Chilli-heads. Lucifer's son. Time to get out of here. I've probably bored just for long enough, and there's only so much you can do with beans. Beans, beans,